We've all been there. We've dealt with difficult customers in our jobs. In my experience, while most KOLs are absolutely wonderful, others aren't so easy. And ultimately, like all of us, they want to be treated with respect. And when we respect one another, we typically get good results. However, we've all been in positions where we feel like respect no longer matters, and we're dealing with individuals unable to be respectful. So we need to get a hold of the situation before it gets a hold of us. And before it comes crashing down on us, let's instead look at 7 tips to help us personally control our own thoughts and actions when working with difficult customers. First, keep your cool. When we're attacked, we can take it personally. And instead of letting someone else take you in a negative direction on email, keep your cool by first taking a deep breath and avoiding a quick response. For me, this doesn't always do the trick. So let time take its course and aim to work it out the next day before responding to the issue. It only takes one curt email or a snarky text response to impact a professional relationship you've developed over a long period of time. Second, realize they might be suffering and listen with patience. Empathy not only helps your difficult customer feel like you're listening, but it's a powerful tool for your own state of mind. Everyone wants to be heard, so take the time to listen to what the other person has to say. Realize that they could be personally suffering with the loss of a loved one. They may have a difficult boss themselves, or they may even have a fear of not getting everything done in that moment that they need. Understand that something deeper could be the trigger. Third, shift from being reactive to proactive. Force yourself to come up with more than one way of thinking about a negative situation. So let's say a KOL isn't responding to my multiple emails about a program. I can either think, what a jerk for not responding, or I can say to myself, wow, she must be in very high demand, so let me try to call her instead. Changing our mindset isn't easy and requires practice, but this shift will turn your reactivity into proactivity. Fourth, separate the person from the issue. So often in our profession, we see the same KOL with another complaint. This bias has affected me personally. When I received a call from a KOL who had recently canceled his participation in a program, I assumed he just wanted to cancel his involvement in a different national program. And in reality, his complaint had nothing to do with canceling. In fact, he felt that his time for preparation was just too short, and he just wanted reassurance that he was going to have the time and coaching he needed to excel. I didn't listen well because I had an internal bias, and it would have been much quicker if I would have separated the person from the issue. Fifth, disarm with humor. Humor changes the way in which others feel in that moment. Recently, I was dealing with a demanding speaker who was not happy about hearing feedback on an important program. She glared at me when I asked her to shift the way she responded to questions. I told her to pretend she was Dana Carvey acting as John McLaughlin when he interviewed Pat Buchanan on SNL. In the end, she took the coaching and did a great job, but making her smile got her to make the adjustment in a way that wasn't threatening. Sixth, concentrate on problem solving. In general, difficult KOLs like to be in control. They like things a certain way, which can lead to a negative tone. You can curb this behavior by focusing back on the big picture, which is always the patient. So ask, how does this ultimately have an impact on improving the way doctors treat patients? That change in conversation puts you back in control, creates perspective, and converts you from following to leading. And finally, confront the bullies. Sometimes it's time to accept that you have nothing to lose and that ending a relationship is an acceptable outcome. When it gets to that point, keep the conversation focused on your needs and what is best for you and your business. So avoid making you statements. For example, my business is changing and requires that I shift the advocates we utilize. That type of language makes it less personal and will help you walk away with greater success. In the end, treating each other with respect is the core of what works with most professionals, and KOLs are no different. On the rare occasion you have to work with someone who seems impossible, you know what to do. But most are incredibly talented people who just want to be successful like you.